Lockhart Perspective. I find it ironic that we know so much about what's going on in other countries. Well, let me just give you the story and you take it from there. According to a senior Biden administration official, Russia is now providing an unprecedented level of military and technical support to Iran in exchange for Tehran supplying weapons for the war in Ukraine. As a part of the enhanced partnership, Russia may be providing Iran with advanced military equipment and components, including helicopters and defense systems, air defense systems. In the spring, the Iranian pilots trained in Russia to fly the Sukhoi Su-35. Now, that's a Russian fighter jet, which the officials say indicates Iran, quote, may begin receiving the aircraft within the next year, closed quote. The White House had previously said it believes that Iran was supplying drones to Russia for the use in Ukraine, but the relationship between the two nations is transforming into a full-fledged defense partnership with weapons and military expertise flowing in both directions, the officials said. Russia is looking to collaborate with Iran on weapons development, including possibly establishing a joint production line for drones in Russia, according to the officials. Quote, this partnership poses a threat not only to the Ukrainians, but to Iran's neighbors in the region, a senior administration official said. They continue, we have shared this information with partners in the Middle East and around the world, closed quote. On Friday, the Biden administration is expected to designate 3 Russia-based entities that have been involved in the transfer of Iranian unmanned aerial vehicles for the use in Ukraine, officials said. Those entities include the Russian forces, the Aerospace Forces, which receives the UAVs, and Russia's 924th State Center for Unmanned Aviation. Personnel from the 924th traveled to Iran to receive training on how to operate the Iranian weapons. Now, the officials said the U.S. is also, quote, looking at options to bring together a group of like-minded countries to discuss Iran-Russia military cooperation and is working with other nations to ensure Russia and Iran cannot move equipment, weapons, or money through their countries to support their new partnership. Quote, we are imposing costs on the actors involved in the transfer of Iranian UAVs to Russia for use in Ukraine. They continue, we are addressing further steps we can take in terms of export controls to restrict Iran's access to sensitive technologies, one official said. Since the invasion of Ukraine, Iran has become Russia's top military supporter, selling several hundred UAVs to Moscow since August alone. Russia has used these drones to attack Ukraine's energy and critical infrastructure in strikes that have killed civilians. Now, the United States believes that Iran is considering the sale of hundreds of ballistic missiles to Russia, the senior administration officials said. And they expect Iranian support for the Russian military to continue to grow in the coming months. Quote, we urge Iran to reverse course and not to take these steps, one official said. They continue, we are using the tools at our disposal to expose and disrupt these activities, and we are prepared to do more, closed quote. Later Friday, the Biden administration is expected to announce the next security assistance package for Ukraine. The package, valued at $275 million, will include more ammunition for advanced rocket launchers known as HIMARS, and for Ukrainian artillery. For Headlines with a Voice, this has been the Lockhart Perspective. The Lockhart Perspective.